I used similar techniques with getting somebody to assassinate Stephen Fry, who's I know he's known in the US. He's certainly a huge name here. And the idea was to see whether Sirhan, who's still in prison for assassinating Bobby Kennedy, always said that he was hypnotized by the CIA, and it's sort of become one of those conspiracy
like, oh,
things.
maybe he was.
Yeah,
right?
well, it's sort of, the question for me was, well, regardless of whether he was or wasn't, is it even possible, is it even plausible that the sort of, and he laid out what they did and how they did it. Could you do that? Could you have somebody genuinely believe, I mean, at the last minute, it's a blank bullet, it's not a real bullet, it's obviously not actually going to harm anybody, but as far as he's concerned, is assassinating somebody using the same techniques. So...
Wait, you said he was on stage? Was the audience in on it?
The audience were not in on it.
So they must have freaked out.
Well, that was another whole thing that was interesting. So, yeah, so we've basically, the guy has gone through, again, what he thinks is a documentary about hypnosis, which allows me to set up some of these triggers without him realizing what they're for, because I can openly hypnotize him as part of one TV show he thinks is part of, when actually there's a hidden agenda. So the situation arises when he's just gone to an event, nothing to do with us, has no idea it's being filmed, the audience are not in on it at all, and Stephen Fry, who's his target, Stephen is on it, and he's wearing squibs and everything, so he knows this may happen.
Yeah.
So he's out on stage, and then we set off these triggers, and it was a polka dot dress, which Sirhan said was one of the triggers that they used. They'd conditioned him to feel certain things with a polka dot dress. There was a ringtone that we used. Someone's phone went off, and it was a little jingle, little tune that he'd also been conditioned with. And would he do it? Now, he does do it. It's a spoiler, but he does do it. But it was interesting because we had this whole crowd control thing set up. Because what happens when the 300 people in the audience freak out?
Stampede, and everyone's running out on the road.
They didn't, because there was this thing called normalcy bias, which means in these emergency situations, you sit and you look around, no one else is panicking, so you don't. And then, of course, I had the thing of everyone going, oh, it's fake, because why didn't the audience freak out? But they didn't freak out because they don't freak out.